Yesterday, September 3, 2025, China marked the 80th anniversary of the end of World War II with a grand celebration in Beijing, commemorating its victory over Imperial Japan. The centerpiece was a spectacular military parade in Tiananmen Square, presided over by President Xi Jinping, attended by over 50,000 invited spectators and leaders from more than 20 countries. Known as Victory Day, the event not only honored historical events, but also showcased China's modern military strength to the world amid global geopolitical tensions. The day began with the arrival of international dignitaries at Tiananmen Square. For the first time, Xi Jinping, Russian President Vladimir Putin, and North Korean leader Kim Jong appeared publicly together, symbolizing an alliance against Western influence, particularly the United States. Kim Jong brought his teenage daughter, Kim Ju-ai, in her international debut, fueling speculation about her succession. Other leaders present included Belarusian President Alexander Lukashenko, Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian, Pakistani Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif, Mongolian President Khurelsukh Ukhna, Uzbek President Shavkat Mirziyoyev, Vietnamese President Luong Chuong, Malaysian Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim, Maldivian President Mohamed Muizu, Nepalese Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli, Zimbabwean President Emerson Mnangagwa, Indonesian President Prabowo Subianto, Slovak Prime Minister Robert Fico, and Serbian President Aleksandar Vučić. Notably, key Western leaders were absent, partly due to Putin's presence and sanctions related to the war in Ukraine. Xi Jinping, dressed in a gray suit, opened the parade by inspecting the troops in an open-top honky limousine. He greeted the soldiers with "Tongjimen Hao," "Greetings, comrades," to which they responded in unison. "Follow the party's command, fight to win, maintain excellent conduct, and justice will prevail. Peace will prevail, the people will prevail." This moment set the patriotic tone, echoing slogans that reinforced the central role of the Chinese Communist Party, CCP, in the nation's past and future. In his keynote speech, Xi Jinping emphasized China's role as a nation that is never intimidated by bullies and declared China's rise as unstoppable. He described the World War II victory as a turning point for China's great rejuvenation, thanking foreign leaders for their support and warning against a return to the law of the jungle. He advocated for global cooperation to maintain peace and avoid historical tragedies, while implicitly criticizing attempts to contain China's progress. His words were met with applause from war veterans and spectators, reinforcing Chinese nationalism amid economic uncertainties and international tensions. The military parade itself was the highlight, considered the largest in years, with over 10,000 soldiers marching in perfect goose-stepping synchronization. Helicopters formed the number 80 in the sky, while banners proclaimed "Justice will prevail," "Peace will prevail," and "The people will prevail." China showcased hundreds of advanced weapons, including nuclear-capable intercontinental ballistic missiles like the DF-61 and DF-5C, YJ-21 hypersonic anti-ship missiles, AJX-2 underwater drones, air defense lasers, robotic dogs, a new fourth-generation main battle tank with an unmanned turret, J-20 stealth jets, Jingli-1, Julang-3, Dongfeng-31, Yingji-17, Yingji-19, and Yingji-20 missiles, as well as missile boosters, rockets, drones, and unmanned helicopters. Many of these, displayed for the first time, were transported on military trucks, highlighting investments in modern technologies to rival the U.S., particularly in naval warfare and Pacific conflicts. Cannons fired 80 salutes to mark the anniversary, and soldiers carried the Chinese flag across a red carpet. The parade concluded with the release of 80,000 doves and 80,000 balloons, drawing cheers from the crowd, especially for the ballistic missiles. Chinese state media emphasized that the displayed equipment is at the forefront of global standards, symbolizing the country's military modernization. Notable moments included post-parade bilateral talks. Putin and Kim Jong-un met for over 2.5 hours with Putin inviting Kim to visit Russia and thanking North Korean troops for fighting bravely and heroically alongside Moscow against Ukraine. Kim shook hands with South Korea's Parliament Speaker Woo Won-shik in the first known contact with a South Korean official since June 2019. U.S. President Donald Trump reacted by accusing Xi, Putin, and Kim of conspiring against the United States, posting on Truth Social, "Please give my warmest regards to Vladimir Putin and Kim Jong-un as they conspire against the United States of America." Putin responded that the U.S. president does not lack a sense of humor. The event continued with a musical gala titled "Justice Will Prevail," lasting about an hour and a half. Xi greeted World War II veterans before the show, which featured dozens of performers singing and dancing war-related themes with costumes and props. Historical footage was projected, including the 1942 United Nations Declaration and Japan's 1945 surrender. A final narration urged the Chinese people to unite around the party central, with Xi Jinping at its core, advancing development and national rejuvenation through Chinese modernization. The atmosphere was one of national pride, with Chinese social media users expressing excitement. "I'm all emotional after watching this. It means so much to us." Schools and businesses organized collective viewing sessions, and children received military-themed haircuts, reflecting patriotic education efforts. Nationalism and assert sovereignty. This commemoration was not just a historical reflection, but a statement of power and unity. 80 years after the war's end, China uses this milestone to project its vision of a multipolar world, where justice, peace, and the people prevail.